Good morning, dear students. In today's lecture, we will talk about one of the most important oxidizing agent, that is KMnO4, which is chemically called potassium permanganate. We have one more important oxidizing agent having formula K2Cr2O7, which is called potassium dichromate. But in today's lecture, we will focus on potassium permanganate. In potassium permanganate, the oxidation state of manganese is +7, which is the highest oxidation state exhibited by manganese. In manganese, the valence electrons are 7. There are 2 electrons in 4s subshell and 5 electrons in 3d subshell. So in total 7 electrons are there, and all the 7 electrons have moved away from manganese. So there is no electron left with the manganese atom. So further lose of electron is not possible. If further lose of electron is not possible, further loss of electron is not possible, then in that case, electrons can be accepted. Because all the 7 electrons are moved away from manganese, that's why manganese is having very strong tendency to attract the electron. Because it is having a strong electron attracting tendency, that's why potassium permanganate works as a strong oxidizing agent. Now, whenever we talk about the reaction of potassium permanganate, means we are talking about redox reaction. Then normally we remove potassium from here, because potassium undergoes no change in redox reaction. It remains as K plus ion on right hand side as well as left hand side. Or we can say the oxidation state of potassium does not undergo any change. It means it is not involved in redox reaction, either reduction or oxidation. That's why we can remove potassium from here. So when K plus is removed, then we will get MnO4 minus ion, which is called permanganate ion. So we will use every time permanganate ion for the chemical reaction whenever we will talk about redox reaction of potassium permanganate. Now, being a strong oxidizing agent, in acidic medium, KMnO4 can oxidize Fe plus 2 ion, which is called ferrous ion, to Fe plus 3 ion, which is called ferric ion. Here, the oxidation state of Fe is plus 2, and this side the OS of Fe is plus 3. The plus 2 state of Fe is converted to plus 3 state of Fe. It means increase in oxidation is there. Increase in oxidation number is there. So potassium permanganate can oxidize Fe plus 2 ion to Fe plus 3 ion, or we can say compounds in which Fe is exhibiting plus 2 state. It can be FeCl2, ferrous chloride, or it can be FeSO4, ferrous sulfate. In presence of potassium permanganate, FeCl2 will be converted to FeCl3, which is called ferric chloride. Ferric ion is there. Or FeSO4 will be converted to Fe2SO4 whole thrice, ferric sulfate. Ferrous sulfate contains Fe plus 2 ion, and ferric sulfate contains Fe plus 3 ion. So all the compounds in which Fe is exhibiting +2 state will be converted to the compound in which Fe exhibits +3 state. Similarly, potassium permanganate can oxidize C2O4 - 2 ion, which is called oxalate ion. In oxalate ion, the oxidation state of carbon is +3. It gets converted to CO2, which is called carbon dioxide, where oxidation state of carbon is +4. So KMnO4 converts oxalate ion to carbon dioxide. Similarly, I- iodide ion, where OS for iodine is -1, gets converted to I2 iodine, where state for iodine is 0. -1 state gets converted to 0. Again, this is increase in oxidation state of iodine. So this is oxidation of iodine. It takes place in presence of potassium permanganate or permanganate ion in acidic medium. Then we have H2S, hydrogen sulfide, where oxidation state of sulfur is -2. It gets converted to free sulfur S, where OS of sulfur is 0. -2 state gets converted to 0. Again, increase in OS is there. NO2- nitrite ion, where OS of nitrogen is +3, gets converted to NO3- nitrate ion, where OS of N is +5. Salt which contains nitrite ion gets converted to salt which contains nitrate ion in presence of KMnO4. And similarly, sulfite ion, where OS for sulfur is +4, gets converted to sulfate, where OS of sulfur is +6. Or we can say the salt which contains sulfite ion gets converted to salt which contains sulfate ion. Now let us talk about one important redox reaction. Redox reaction taking place between permanganate ion and Fe+2 ion in acidic medium. Remember, medium will be provided to you. It can be acidic medium, it can be neutral medium, or it can be basic medium. So if you remember, Fe+2 in presence of MnO4- gets converted to Fe+3 ion, and MnO4- itself gets converted to Mn+2 by reduction. H+ ion here shows acidic medium. So you will be provided reaction in this manner, where all the reactants will be provided and all the products will be provided with the medium also, whether acidic medium or basic medium. Now, how to balance this? This redox reaction will be balanced by ion electron method. And there we have to follow certain steps. By using these steps, we will balance this redox reaction which is provided in ionic form. And the method that we are using is ion electron method. So you have to remember, MnO4- ion gets converted to Mn+2 in acidic medium, and Fe+2 ion gets converted to Fe+3 ion. So your first job is to find out reduction and oxidation process. Reduction reaction and oxidation reaction. Now how to find it? We will find it by the help of oxidation number. In MnO4-, oxidation state of Mn is +7, while on the other side oxidation state of Mn is +2. +7 state is converted to +2 state. +7 state is converted to +2 state. So here decrease in oxidation number is there. And by second concept, that is oxidation number concept, decrease in oxidation number is called reduction. So when MnO4 minus ion gets converted to Mn plus 2, this is called reduction process. Reduction process. And the other side, Fe plus 2, where OS of Fe is plus 2, and on the other side, OS of Fe is plus 3. Plus 2 state gets converted to plus 3. Increase in OS is there. So this forms your oxidation process or oxidation reaction. Now divide the equation into two half equations. Or divide the reaction into two half equation. First will be reduction half equation and second will be oxidation half equation. Take reduction half equation. Follow mass conservation principle. Means atoms, the number of atoms on reactant side and product side will be same. And after using mass conservation principle, after balancing all the atoms on reactant side and product side, go for charge balance. Because ions are there. Whenever we talk about molecular equation, we talk about mass conservation principle. And whenever we talk about ionic equation, then we use two conservation principle at the same time, mass conservation principle and charge conservation principle. Mass remains conserved in a chemical equation, and charge is neither created nor destroyed. It means it is also conserved. So we have to balance all the atoms on reactant side and product side as well as the total charge present on reactant side to the total charge present on the product side. Now, what are the steps which is to be followed? Step number 1. We have to balance the equation with respect to central atom. Here central atom is Mn. It gets converted to Mn plus 2. On reactant side we are having one atom of magnesium. On the other side we are having one manganese atom. So this is balanced with respect to central atom. After that we have to follow step number 2. Balance the reaction with respect to oxygen atom. Now, what you will do? You will find out on which side oxygen atoms are deficient. So here MnO4 minus is there, it gets converted to Mn plus 2. So it clearly shows that oxygen atoms are deficient on product side. And how many oxygen atoms are deficient? Here we are having 4 atoms of oxygen. So this side we have deficiency of 4 oxygen atoms. To make up the oxygen atom deficiency, we have to add water molecules. Each water molecule contains 1 oxygen atom. It means we have to add 4 molecules of water to the side where oxygen atoms are deficient. So here it is 4H2O. Now when I am adding 4H2O on product side, see I am making up the deficiency of the oxygen atom. It is done by adding water molecules. So when H2O molecules are added towards product side, 4 into 2, total 8 hydrogen atoms becomes deficient on reactant side. That side, hydrogen is in excess. So this side is deficient of 8 hydrogen. Now in the next step, step number 3, we will make up the deficiency of hydrogen atom. And for making up the deficiency of hydrogen atom, we will add sufficient number of H plus ions to the side where hydrogen atoms are deficient. So here H atoms are deficient on reactant side. So we have to add 8 H plus ions on reactant side. Now it is balanced with respect to atoms. We have obeyed mass conservation principle. Step number 4, balance with respect to charge. We have to equate the charge present on reactant side to the charge present on product side. Now how to do it? For balancing the reaction or the equation with respect to charge, we have to add electrons. Now here we are talking about reduction of equation. What is reduction by modern concept? Gain of electron is called reduction. Electronation is called reduction. Electrons are accepted by the reactant molecule or the reactant ions. So we will add sufficient number of electrons on the reactant side. Now, how many electrons is to be added? So for that, you have to check the oxidation state. +7 state gets converted to +2 state. +7 to +6, 1 electron. +6 to +5, 1 electron. +5 to +4, 1 electron. +4 to +3, 1 electron. +3 to +2, 1 electron. In total, 5 electrons will be accepted by manganese. So when 5 electrons accepted by manganese, then its oxidation state will be converted from +7 to +2. So here I have added 5 electrons towards reactant side. In reduction, electrons are added on reactant side. Now make it equation number 1. Now let us talk about the oxidation of equation. In oxidation of equation, Fe+2 ion gets converted to Fe+3 ion. No need to balance the equation with respect to central atom, it's already balanced. No need to balance the equation with respect to oxygen because there is no oxygen atom. No need to balance the equation with respect to hydrogen because it is not required. So directly we will move to step number 4. That is balance with respect to charge. Now this is oxidation of equation. And what is oxidation according to modern concept? According to modern concept, loss of electron is called oxidation. So when electrons are removed by the reactant molecule or the reactant ion, then we will write the electron towards the product side. This is oxidation. Now, how many electrons is to be added? +2 state gets converted to +3. There is increase in oxidation state by 1 unit. +2 state gets converted to +3. It means there will be loss of 1 electron. So here 1 electron is written on product side. Make it equation number 2. Now we have to equate electron losing and electron gaining. It is gaining 5 electrons and it is removing or it is losing only 1 electron. We have to equate loss of electron with gain of electron. It requires 5 electrons. A single Fe+2 ion is losing only 1 electron. We need 5 electrons. So what we will do? We will multiply this equation number 2 by 5 so that we can equate electron loss with electron gain. So when it is multiplied by 5, it becomes 5 Fe+2 plus 5 Fe+3 plus 5 electrons. Now add this equation to equation number 1. What we will have? We will have MnO4 minus plus 8H plus 5 electrons gives MnO4 minus plus 4H2. Second one, 5 Fe+2 gives you 5 Fe+3 plus 5 electrons. Now add it. So while doing addition, cancel out the common terms which are present on reactant side and product side. Here we have only one common term, that is electrons. So cancel out 5 electrons with the 5 electrons. Electrons which are removed from Fe+2 are taken up by MnO4 minus. And then add it. On addition, you will get MnO4 minus plus 5 Fe+2 plus 8H plus gives you MnO4 minus plus 5 Fe+3 plus 4H2O. This is the balanced equation. and we have used the method which is called ion electron method. In this manner, you have to balance the redox reaction. That's all for today. Thank you.